guys, this is Colin with Mandrino Motorsports. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about a story of abuse and neglect. So this is my 2017 Toyota Tacoma that y'all remember from last year. I did a walk around of it, and then we shot a couple videos off-roading with it and done little upgrades with like lighting and rain guards for the windows. So done a couple things to it, but really I just drive it every day. I've gotten kind of behind on the maintenance, just been lazy. The road glide takes a lot of my time. Just a lot of stuff that I've wanted to do to it, as y'all have seen in my previous videos with like the seat and things that have changed with it. We had the V-Rod have a major mechanical issue earlier in the year, and this has always been on the back burner. I've always wanted to do things to it, do some of the maintenance, and finally I've decided I can't wait anymore. So in today's video we're going to look at doing like an upgrade on the filter. I'll show you guys more on that when we do that for the engine air filter. We'll also go ahead and do all 6 spark plugs, so I'll kind of give you all a rundown on that. And lastly, there's actually in the head unit of the truck, there's a maintenance reminder set up that you can go in and program custom maintenance, or like basic stuff like oil changes, tire rotations, things like that. So with that being said, we're going to start with the spark plugs because they're going to be the biggest pain, and we have to remove a section of the intake to get to one of the spark plugs. So I'll go ahead and kind of show you all what we're working with, and we'll continue from there. So this is the passenger side. We've got a coil pack. Sorry, this is the first time I've really looked at it. One right here. There's one a little further back, and then there's one around this area. So this hose is going to have to come out in order to get to these 3, but these 3 are going to be the easy ones to do. On the driver's side, it gets a little more complicated. I'm sure y'all can barely see that, but there's one back there, one around here, and one around here. So I'll have to take this bracket off, this cover's got to come off, and some of these hoses are going to have to get pushed out of the way so that we can get the coil packs out and then change the spark plug. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the passenger side, and then we'll proceed to the driver's side. All right, guys, got this apart. Had to end up taking this extension, or the tube between the intake and throttle body and the air filter housing. Had to take it off, and then pulled off each one of these bolts to the coil pack, pulled the plugs. Here's your first one, second one, and there's one right here. The plugs are a little stiff coming off. They probably have never been changed. It's super simple. Like, it's a 10mm bolt holds all the coil packs in. 10mm bolt holds this bracket that you have to remove to get the coil pack underneath it. This coil pack's held in by the same 10mm. You pull them out and you put the new ones in. Super simple. Use a spark plug socket. I actually did look up the torque specs. The torque specs for each one of the spark plugs is 14 foot-pounds. The torque specs for each one of these bolts are 10 foot-pounds. You have to be really careful because depending on the motor you're working on, you can strip them out or strip out the block. A lot of the newer motors are aluminum, and because of that, you can run into issues or destroy things. So here's that spark plug out. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. There it goes. As you can see, it's definitely, that electrode has been degraded. That electrode is the, oh my gosh. Let's see if we can get it to come back. That electrode is the middle part around the, let's try something different here. Okay, so the electrode is this middle part, and then you have the grounding straps on each side. As you can see, that electrode has been it's got a little ball of material on it, and then the same with the grounding strap. That's not supposed to be there. If we come over here, sorry, we come over here to a brand new one. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but you see there's not material transfer between the two. You just have a clean point here and a clean point here. And obviously it doesn't look all burnt up, and no carbon buildup like on the other one. So, y'all have seen me read spark plugs on this channel before. These just look like they have some wear. I haven't seen them wet, so obviously everything seems to be okay. They're not oil covered. So this motor seems to be healthy. So we'll go ahead and finish buttoning up this side and move to the other side. All right, guys, just got this side all buttoned up, the engine cover put back on. Ended up removing this hose completely, unclipping these hoses to get down into here. This bracket came completely out, which is a pain. There's a little 12 millimeter bolt down there at the bottom that is not fun to get to. There's also this one bracket that got loosened and tilted so that I could get to what I needed. That foam pad comes out. There's just a lot of stuff. The engine manual actually says to pull the whole intake off. I had seen that you can get to everything you need without, so I wanted to give that a shot. It's totally doable. It just takes some patience. They were really good about, like, all these fasteners on these brackets are 12 millimeter. All the spark plug bolts are 10, and then all the spark plugs, obviously you want to have a spark plug socket for that. They're way down in there, so you want some extensions and stuff like that. That plug right there ended up getting unplugged. That goes to your O2 sensor, and then you have to pull it out to get to the spark plug that's buried underneath it with the coil pack, because it will not come out. And then you can just rotate the coil packs to get them out. It is a tight space, but with enough extensions, you can get down in it and get to what you need. Again, we've got these all torqued down to 13 foot-pounds for the spark plugs and 10 for the hold downs, the bolts that hold them down. So with that out of the way, I've already started the truck. It runs great. It idles really quietly. Like, you can tell this truck definitely was a good candidate, and it was time to go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so with the spark plugs out of the way and that maintenance out of the way, we can move to another maintenance item, but we're also doing an upgrade on it. So the air cleaner is over here, and that's where your air filter is housed, and then you have the hose that we talked about that you take out so you can get to the spark plugs. Well, my air filter is dirty. Yeah, I mean, it's filthy. I've put 20-something thousand miles on it, and never changed it. It's definitely time. Can actually pull it out. So I'll actually bring it up here to you. But if you look, you can see a lot of the dirt. This is just a paper filter. A normal item. There's kind of the part number if you want to put the factory one back in. I've decided that with it being as dirty as it is, the V-Rod and the Road Glide both already have K&N oil filters in them. They say they give better engine performance, more horsepower, better fuel economy. They say 10 to 15% increase in horsepower. I don't believe it. I'll just be honest. I think getting more air in, the principle of it, definitely makes sense from a horsepower perspective and a scientific perspective. But in these real life conditions, I just don't think there's any way that a filter, no matter how well it flows, is going to give you that much more horsepower. You're still drawing through the restriction of the intake and things like that. But the big upgrade to it is that you can wash the filter and clean it with the solvent that they have that you can actually buy from K&N, and then you re-oil and coat it. So rather than something like this where I think it's supposed to be changed every, I don't know, 10, 15,000 miles, it may be less than that, I'm not 100% certain. But rather than dealing with this and buying these that I think they're like $20 a piece over the course of your vehicle's lifetime, especially if you drive a lot, I work as an electrician. and this truck also occasionally gets off-roaded, so I fill these filters up. I mean, this one's nasty. So what I figured probably would be the smart thing is to throw that away and do the K&N Performance Oil Filter. So this has all the benefits we were just talking about. The V-Rod and the Road Glide already have this, so whenever I do maintenance on them, I just pull the filter out, wash it in my sink, use their solvent that you buy with like the filter cleaning kit. You let it dry all the way thoroughly, and then, oh my gosh, they got this good. And then once you let it dry, you recoat it with the oil and install it back. And these filters have a lifetime warranty, which I think this might be it's pre-oiled. They come with a lifetime warranty, and so they'll already be pre-oiled, and you can drop this in, and it, for the life of the vehicle, also comes with the warranty. You just pull it out and you clean it. So pretty sweet. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a big upgrade. They're a little more expensive, but if you drive a lot, it makes sense. So with that being said, I'll put it in, and then I'll show you all the final results on that. All right, I know it's getting darker, but I told you I'd get it installed and show you. So there's the filter. It goes in this housing. You've got a clip here and a clip here. I went ahead and cleaned the surface and put this sticker on as a reminder to myself or anybody doing maintenance. It's there, and you know not to discard it. And then, yeah, that's it. I mean, there's not much to say about an air filter, but it's definitely a maintenance item I think is going to be a really positive one over the lifespan of this truck. I think I was just reading that it replaces like 20 filters. So definitely something that I feel like is worth the investment. All right, guys. So the last part of this video, what we're going to go ahead and do is, sorry, I pulled the battery cable because I was adjusting some of my cable routing, so it's throwing an error for that. Would be to go to the maintenance, right? So this is your maintenance screen, so you can adjust everything that's in here. So like, for instance, we just did the air filter. So we replaced it as of 10/25, 24. And then we'll just set a reminder for like the next oil change. So we'll say 5,000 miles. So now I know my air filter is good. The next thing that we'll go ahead and do will be the rotation. We'll go ahead and reset that because I did that just the other day. What is this? Reset that. Okay, so it wanted a different date. Okay, so we know that's good. I know the battery's good. It's because I just reset it. It's upset. So we'll just go ahead and reset that. And then we'll go ahead and reset the service as the spark plugs. Set it for a month from now, which it won't be that, but I think that's actually it. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. In this, we went ahead and changed spark plugs, changed the air filter, doing a little upgrade while we did that, reset the maintenance lights. Again, none of it was really that hard. Basic hand tools like a spark plug socket, a 10mm, a bunch of extensions, a ratchet. That'll get you, and a torque wrench. That'll get you. I mean, it's stuff you can do at home. That kind of service is really expensive to go in. just with a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, and some basic hand tools and a little bit of knowledge, you can definitely do this on your truck. There's a lot of other vehicles that are easier. There's some that are harder, but this kind of knowledge doesn't just apply to the Tacoma. So, super easy video today. Nothing too crazy, just maintenance had to be done. I promise that I will stop neglecting the Tacoma. I'll try and get more content out with it and it doing things, especially as we get more toward the winter. I'm really excited to get to see the four-wheel drive kind of shine. But that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll try and get more content out and we'll just keep going. So again, like and subscribe. That helps me keep doing this. And we'll get more truck, more road glide, more V-Rod, and whatever else I can think of. Hopefully we'll have a friend of mine's bike in here soon to work on. But that's it. So we'll see you on the next one.